Welcome to our history video content, where the past is our guide and knowledge is our destination. Step into a world where the past comes alive. Explore captivating history videos that unveil remarkable civilizations, legendary figures, and pivotal moments. Join us on this thrilling journey through time as we unlock the secrets of our shared heritage. Discover the extraordinary stories that shape our world. Welcome to our history video content. Once upon a time, in the ancient land of Mesopotamia, there existed a profound contemplation about the mysteries of death and the afterlife. Among the rich literary texts of the time, one of the most renowned was the Epic of Gilgamesh, which delved into the profound meaning of mortality and explored the fate of the deceased in the netherworld. But this was just one piece of a larger puzzle. Within the realm of Mesopotamian beliefs, there were various ritual texts that shed light on the afterlife. Notable among them were works like Gilgamesh, Enkidu, and the Netherworld, Ishtar's Descent to the Netherworld, and Nergal and Ereshkigal. However, understanding the Mesopotamian afterlife was not limited to these specific texts alone. A plethora of sources provided insights into burial customs, grave inscriptions, economic records related to funerals, references to death in royal proclamations, and even private correspondence. These sources spanned different periods of Mesopotamian history, encompassing the cultures of Sumer, Akkad, Babylon, and Assyria. Thus, it became evident that Mesopotamian beliefs in the afterlife were far from static or uniform. In the ancient Mesopotamian cosmology, the netherworld stood as the antithesis to the heavens, a shadowy reflection of life on earth. Literary accounts of the netherworld often portrayed it as a gloomy and desolate place. However, there were exceptions. For instance, in a Sumerian work called The Death of Urnama, the spirits of the departed were described as rejoicing and feasting upon the arrival of the ruler Urnama in the netherworld. Additionally, Shamash, the sun god of justice, embarked on a nightly journey through the netherworld during his celestial circuit. Interestingly, it was believed that by invoking funerary iconography representing the goddess Inanna/Ishtar, humans could aspire to escape the hardships of the netherworld, much like Inanna/Ishtar herself. This notion presented an opportunity to avoid the unpleasant aspects of the afterlife. However, it is important to note that the Mesopotamian concept of the netherworld did not resemble the popular notion of hell. It wasn't a place of punishment or reward based on one's conduct in life. Instead, it was a subdued version of earthly existence, a realm where the deceased would dwell. Among the vivid depictions of the netherworld was the image of a subterranean great city, safeguarded by 7 walls and gates, serving as the abode of departed spirits. Ishtar's Descent to the Underworld, an Akkadian tale, narrated Ishtar's journey through these 7 gates. Parallel to the idea of divine authority in both heaven and earth, the realm of the dead was governed by specific deities arranged in a hierarchical order, with a supreme chief at their helm. In earlier texts, the goddess Ereshkigal reigned as the queen of the netherworld. The judgment and placement of the deceased in the netherworld were not arbitrary. Social hierarchies in the land of the living mirrored those in the great city of the dead. The status of a departed soul in the afterlife was influenced by 2 factors: their social standing in life and the care provided to their body and grave by the living. Kings such as Urnama and Gilgamesh continued their roles as rulers and judges of the dead in the netherworld, while priests maintained their priestly duties even in the afterlife. The number of descendants a person had also played a role in determining their lot in the underworld. The more progeny, the more privileged the existence of the departed soul, as they would have more family members to ensure the performance of essential post-mortem rituals. In the netherworld, departed souls could reunite with their deceased relatives who had gone before them. However, it is worth noting that while the departed spirits could recognize each other, they seemed to have lost the distinctive personality traits they possessed in life. The fate of the departed was not solely dependent on the Emu, the spirit of the deceased, but also on the Zakik, another term associated with the afterlife. While the Emu received more prominence in Mesopotamian literature, both entities descended to the netherworld after physical death. To ensure a successful journey and integration into the netherworld, the living had to perform specific post-mortem rituals. First and foremost, proper burial and ritual mourning were essential. Additionally, ongoing offerings at the deceased's grave or cult statue were required to provide sustenance and comfort in the afterlife. Without such offerings, the departed soul would suffer in the netherworld, left to endure a meager existence. The absence of regular offerings reduced the Emu to a state of destitution. The differentiation between death cults for the elite and non-elite was mainly related to the scale of individual Emu cults. While ordinary people only required personalized cults for their immediate family members, the elite maintained grander rituals for a broader range of individuals. And so, the ancient Mesopotamian understanding of the afterlife painted a complex picture, where the netherworld existed as a dulled reflection of life on Earth. It was a realm where the fate of the departed was intricately woven with the actions and offerings of the living, a delicate balance between the realms of the living and the dead.